Hello and welcome to Astrology and Spirituality Overview for Tuesday the 4th of August. Elisa, what cards have you chosen today?
Today we are using these beautiful Nature Whispers Oracle cards that I often find difficult to shuffle as they're so big. But we love the imagery on them.
They do have handles on them.
Little handles, shuffle handles. Okay, so the card that comes up, it says Ideal Course of Action. This is a little bit ambiguous in a lot of ways. It could mean, umpteen things. But this idea of this ideal course of action, we may have to sit down and plan what route we're going to take to get to our wanted destination. And of course, that is going to be different for each of us individually. But I think this idea of planning out something before we completely jump into it could be beneficial.
That's interesting because Mercury is opposed by Saturn today, which, it's not a very pleasant influence in some ways. It can see us see the downside in situations, feel a bit depleted, feel easily challenged about our ideas. And of course, Mercury has been going through the sign of Cancer for 10 weeks, and today is the last day. So the wonderful news is that it will be moving into the sign of Leo tomorrow, which is all about warmth, and of course it's governed by the sun. But that journey, if you think back over the last 10 weeks, what's been happening to you at a more emotional level in terms of your thinking and your communication? And just before Mercury says goodbye to Cancer, it takes another pasting from the Saturn energy, which is very restrictive, limiting, provides obstacles, but can provide boundaries. So if we do feel a bit unsure about what we feel today or our bearings, know that tomorrow does usher in a brighter time of thinking and expressing our thoughts.
Yeah, I love that. That's really lovely. So not getting stuck in that rut and thinking that there is, we're blessed to all have a tomorrow.
Absolutely. What a wonderful concept.
Because it's not something that everybody gets, and so grab it with both hands.
A lot of people have lost their tomorrow this year. Not just the people who've lost their lives, but the people connected to them have lost their tomorrows with those people. If the pandemic had happened, and there obviously are some people who feel very passionately it's what people eat in China. I still have an inkling it's something that was being mucked around within a lab. I don't think it was released on a malicious basis, but the spread of it did come about because of the way the modern world is, and we have so much intensive farming, and I think that's much more likely to spread future pandemics than anything. So if we think about the tomorrows that have been robbed of people, that's really sad, isn't it? And some of those things were avoidable. So we must learn lessons about our connection to nature, or our lack of proper connection to nature, that comes around because of rabid consumerism, or because we want food to be ridiculously cheap, but we don't really want to think about its provenance. Provenance is so important. Localism is something that I've always felt so hugely passionate about. So if we can buy things from a local farmer's market or general market, or from smallholders who have their own crops or their own eggs, this is a really nice thing to try to reduce the strain on the planet.
Yeah, lessons can be learned.
So for those people who have lost their tomorrow, that's really awful, but we are here to try to support things going forwards, and we hope that you have as positive a day as possible with these tricky energies. And please see your free daily horoscope below, but from my dear Elisa and I, it is
goodbye from him,
and it's goodbye from her.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.